Let's start. Good afternoon, everyone. So today we are conducting a workshop. I am taking a session on standard check-in procedure followed in a hotel. So if I talk about myself, my name is Yash. I take care of room division here in UEI Global, New Delhi, Rohini. Okay. So today we will be going through with the step-by-step procedure how the check-in should be conducted. We will go ahead with some role play as well in it. Okay, and then we will conclude with some do's and don'ts should be done the check-in. Okay, so let's begin with the understanding of check-in. If I talk about the check-in process, check-in is one of the process followed in the guest cycle. So guest cycle includes basically the complete pre-arrival activity, arrival activity where the check-in takes place. Then we have the occupancy stage, which is also called as stay stage, and the departure. What guest cycle is basically? So guest cycle is a complete experience guest going through while they are traveling to the hotel. Okay, from time while he makes a reservation or inquiry till the time they are departing from the hotel, the complete process he will go through the guest cycle or she will go through the guest cycle. Okay, so the interaction they are doing with the hotel team, the interaction they generally do at these following stages, wherein the first activity would be pre-arrival activity. The second, they meet with at the time of arrival when the guest is traveling to the hotel. The very third, they interact at the time of occupancy while they are staying in the hotel. Okay, and then followed with the departure. Departure stands for the checkout activity basically. So let's go through in a while basically discussion about this, like what is pre-arrival activity is. So if I talk about the pre-arrival activity, pre-arrival consisting of how the inquiry comes in and how we will convert that inquiry to the booking. We generally need to convert each and every inquiry to the booking so that we can maximize the revenue. And this process is generally followed by the reservation team or the front desk team. Okay. Then what pre-arrival activity is? Again, I am just informing you that any inquiry coming to us, we are converting it to the booking. That's the pre-arrival activity. Then the next step is arrival. Okay. If I talk about the arrival is something a check-in experience. Check-in experience means whenever we are registering the guest, the registration takes a very crucial role in the hotel industry. So we will discuss the registration process later. But however, the check-in is the major play of the arrival experience to the hotel and the guest. And any assistance given at the time of arrival is also being taken care of in the arrival stage. This is basically the second stage of the hotel and ensuring that everything should be taken care by the front desk people. Okay. Then the third activity comes in, which is the stage comes up, which is occupancy or the stay stage. In the occupancy or stay, while the guest is here with us staying in the hotel, we need to take care of that guest as well. Okay, so entire guest is being taken care of with their complete managing of the billing, because now the billings are going to take place. Like they are having the meals during the stay, they might use any other services. So any billing coming up to the PMS, we need to take care of. Okay, so we are also taking care of the managing guest billing. We are also taking care of the mails. We are getting it. The messages we are getting on behalf of the guest. We are also take care of their safe deposits. So if the guest is keeping something in the safe box, we need to ensure that yes, the belongings of the guest are being safe with us. Then the very last and also foremost, the currency exchange also will be happening at the occupancy or the stay stage. Generally, the guest is maybe the foreigner guest is coming up to the hotel and not carrying the currency which is localized in the market. Like if we are sitting in India, hence everyone need to spend in rupee, the Indian rupee basically. So If the foreigner from US or other countries are coming up with carrying US dollar, they need to convert it in the front desk. Hence, the occupancy stage itself is being followed, in this the person will be coming along with the money and get it changed, and we need to take care of at the front. Mail, message, anything, assistance, further assistance should be taken care of during this stage only. The last but not the least, the fourth stage comes up. It's the departure stage, where the billings are already being started from the check-in and followed during the occupancy of the stage. Now we need to get it settled. Because the guest is now about to leave from the hotel. While leaving, we are ensuring that their billings are settled. Anything, any transportation they need, might be they need a transportation to travel back to the airport, or might be the railway station, or anywhere in the city. In this case, we generally offer a transportation request and securing the review, taking the feedback from the guests of their stay, that how they did it. Might be they gone through with a fabulous stay in the hotel premises. In this case, we secure the feedback and we tend to make them again a loyal guest with us, with us. Okay. In case their feedback was not good, not appropriate, in this case, we generally make them feeling a good service recovery or any gesture at the time of departure which may guest like. Okay, and then bidding the perfect great farewell to the guest. We need to ensure that the guest is going through with a perfect farewell while traveling outside the hotel. Okay. Now, if I talk about what registration is, I have made a point called registration. What is it all about? Let's understand what is it all about. Okay. So registration is basically starts with the sincere welcoming. Whenever the guest is coming into the hotel and he or she might be already booked with us or might be going to book the room with us. So the registration process starts with the complete sincere welcoming, in which there are two perspectives. Might be we can, for example, I'll inform you by the two different perspectives. One opinion we can understand about how the front office thinking what registration is. The second concern, if I talk about, we can also understand what the registration is according to the guest perspective. Okay. The first, if I talk about the front office perspective, the registration is all about when the guest inquires and guests come to the hotel, and then they generally go through with many more processes and their account is being opened in the PMS. The folio has been created under their name in the front office accounting system. This entire process is all about the registration process. If I talk about the guest perspective of registration, they generally travel to the hotel, they are coming inside the hotel, and then they got accommodated in their preferred room. Maybe they got some types changed in the room types and all such, but whenever they are going to their room, they got the key already, they collected the key, and now they are turning up to the room. They got their luggages also delivered to the room. This entire process of registration is according to the guest perspective. Okay, so now let's understand with a quick role play how the check-in and registration should be happened. Okay, wherein my colleagues, my students basically, Hardeep and Manya will do a small role play that how the check-in should be done, but might be they will make some mistake or maybe they skip with some part. So I request every audience that should observe, you should observe this, and we will go ahead with the conclusion. Please go ahead, over to you.
Namaste ma'am, welcome to UEI Global Hotel. May I assist you please?
Namaste. I would like to check in.
Certainly ma'am. What is your name?
My name is Manya Sharma.
Hardeep, if I'm not wrong, we shouldn't ask what is your name. It shouldn't looking like a respect. We, instead of saying what is your name, we can say that may I request for your name. Wherein what we need to do is we need to check the reservation basically, right? So please ask the guest that what is your, may I request for your name, just to check the reservation. So please go ahead with doing this once again.
May I request your full name to check in the registration?
My name is Manya Sharma.
Okay, Ms. Sharma, thank you for confirming your name. Ms. Sharma, I have certainly found your booking, which is for one night, and you are booked for a standard non-smoking king-size bedroom, including breakfast.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. May I please request your government-approved photo ID, business card, and your credit card?
Yeah, sure. Here you go. Actually, I don't have my business card with me.
Ma'am, please, I need that. It is mandatory for me.
Hardeep, in this case, if she is not carrying the business card, no worries. She might be for the business purpose. Maybe, may not be. But what we can do is, once you will be securing the details on the registration form, while taking the signature on the registration form, you may ask for the further details like their address, like the contact number, email ID. You can secure that, and that's sufficient enough. We don't need the complete business card if she is not carrying it. Okay, so go ahead with doing this.
Okay, sir. So, thank you, ma'am. I sincerely request your address, email ID, your phone number, and please ma'am your signature.
She is good to go. Go ahead. Yeah.
Ma'am, your room number is 711, which is located on the 7th floor.
Arjun, I request you don't announce that room number because it's for the safety and security concern. Might be other guests are listening their room number. So it's a big blunder in the hotel industry that we are announcing the room number. What we can do is instead, we can inform them that it's a room number mentioned here, which is located on which floor. Like if it is the room number 711 you have offered, we are not announcing it, but however, we are informing them that it's located on 7th floor and the room number is mentioned here. Please try, give a try on this.
Okay. Ma'am, this is your key card. Your room number is mentioned here, and my name is Hardeep, which is also mentioned here, and I am available at extension 123. So if you need any future assistance, please let me know.
Thank you so much, Hardeep.
Thank you, ma'am. Please have a nice, comfortable stay with us.
Thank you.
Okay. So now we understood how the check-in should be happening. But do you think is it a right way of checking? He might made some mistakes which I already rectified during the check-in stage. But what is it all about? He, according to me, might be your opinion is also being remain same, that he missed out some points. Might be, might not be. But what I observe, I feel yes, he missed out. So the very first thing he missed out is something he haven't checked for the guests about their visit. Whether it's a first visit or they have revisited to the hotel. Might be they are coming back and then we don't need many more details of them because we already fed them in the guest history file. We can fetch it again using the PMS, the property management system or the software we are using. We can fetch it again. Okay, the second step they might forward is the purpose of visit. The guest might be traveling for the business. He should have recommended something. Might be the leisure purpose. He should have recommended the local market, the local movie theater or anything, whatsoever the guest is looking for. We might recommend that thing, but once we are aware of their purpose of visit. Okay, so what else they have visited according to you? What Hardeep has forgot according to you? Maybe he was not keeping a good smile. Might be the eye contact. According to me, what I observed. Okay, and then he haven't asked for the guest to escort them to the room. Even he haven't taken the luggage ticket from the guest. Might be now the guest needs to go to the belt desk and inform their luggage and everything. Will be a long operational things will be occurring. But he could have asked the luggage ticket at the moment of checking and deliver the luggage to the guest room. Also, for the escorting purpose, he should walk along with the guest if possible. Or in case he is occupied, then he must send someone, some of the colleague of him, along with the guest. Okay. Then what measure he forward? He might have forwarded the membership details to be checked. He haven't checked the membership details. He haven't even asked for the loyalty program enrollment. We generally at the hotel are basically looking for the loyal customers with us. All the customers are our guests only, and believing you me that the guest loyalty is something very much important for the retention program. That the guest is loyal towards the brand, and we need to ensure that the guest is already a member. In case, then we need to update it in the system. If they are not a member, we should ask for the enrollment. Manya wasn't a member or might be a member, he skipped that part. The last but not the least, she was only, sorry, the Hardeep was only recalling Manya by man. What you think? How it looks like? I think it's not a better idea. If in case we are aware of her last name, we should recall her minimum thrice, not more than it. 1, 2, 3 times we can say. But yes, if in case we speak more than their last name, it will definitely gonna make some personal connection with the guest, which is definitely help us building the professional atmosphere and a personal approach towards the guest. Okay. So now let's hear what the actual check-in step comes to. So Surya Devi is just coming up. Surya, please just, if you won't mind, one of my students again will be assisting us what the check-in steps should be done. The steps he will be informing, and then we will go in with another role play how it should be actually done. Okay, over to you.
Traditional steps in hotel check-in. Like first we have to warmly warmly greet and welcome the guest. Then we have to verify the name under which reservation is. Then we have to verify their guest ID, and then we have to take guest ID and secure the payment and fill the registration form, and after that we will assign the room to the guest, and at the last step we have to inform the guest about the hotel facilities like hotel Wi-Fi and checkout time, and one last step, like we have to guide the guest, like room escort the guest to the room and with luggage. Thank you.
Okay. So I think he made a great impact of steps how the checking should be done. What you have heard, let's go through with the role play. And before going ahead, I'll also inform what steps should be done. Like I'll also taking care of, like Suryadev, what have he informed. I am again repeating it on my part. A very small and a quick concern. Okay. So the very first step is we need to make the guest greeting along with warm welcoming extension. Okay. Then what we generally do next is something that we need to ask for the guest reservation, the last name. Then we will figure out the booking under which the name the guest is holding it. After checking if we got already the reservation in the PMS, then we come to the next step wherein we will ask for the guest identity cards. We will check their identity records whether he have revisited or the first visit. Once we are securing the ID cards, we have taken their ID cards, the business card or the like whatsoever he is carrying, the passport or the visa. In case of foreign nationality, we generally secure the passport and visa. Okay, just to process the C form. That's an additional form for the foreign national. Then coming to the next point, once the IDs have been taken care of, then we generally assign the room wherein we got a good chance to do the upselling. I hope you are clear with the upselling, or we will conclude it in the next sessions further. But a small brief of upselling is something that we can suggest some alternative options to the guest. We can suggest some additional part, or we can like make a mixed merge packages, like we can sell the room along with the meals or sell the upgraded rooms. That should be always done, because while we are assigning the room, if the guest is looking for some upgradation, then we can even ask for the upgraded room. And then if I do next, what should be done according to you? I think once we have already assigned the room, then the major chunk comes up that we have to secure the payment. If we will secure the payment already at the time of reservation, then we can skip that part. But again, concluding that in case of the incidental amount that the guest might use any services inside the hotel, like bar, like restaurant, additionally meals, or any additional spa or other facilities inside the hotel, might be the casino or anything, or might be a mini bar or laundry charges. In this case, if a guest will not have anything additionally paid at the time of check-in, then we generally mark him on the no post, which is also called as no credit to the room. Okay. What next is, if we have to secure the payment of the room charges, we also ask the guest for some pre-authorization of that credit card, which is also against their incidental amount. Then after doing this payment part, we generally issue the guest room keys to the guest. While issuing the guest room key, I'll also show you one of the key. While issuing the key card to the guest, we generally inform them that the room number is mentioned here and that's located on which floor, followed with some instructions are already being kept inside the room, like room key docket. This is also known as, see, this is basically a wallet, okay, where the key is already been placed. This wallet is also known as key wallet, key jacket or key docket. There are 3 or 4 names of them. We can pronounce it accordingly, okay, wherein all the hotel information is being briefed, and we are also mentioning the room number, the Wi-Fi information, Wi-Fi password and the user ID in case we are available with some dining option, with some facilities available in the hotel. Okay, and then definitely nowadays we have digital, the smart keys basically in the hotel, wherein we need to tap the key to the elevator just to use the floor lifts, elevators. In this case, we generally have this policy mentioned here. Now, wherein outside is already been mentioned the room number, okay, the guest will take the room. Afterwards, we will guide them for the hotel information. Whatever the facilities, services are available in the hotel, whatever the Wi-Fi is, then taking care of the next, that what restaurants are operation with us, what type of services we are offering, what is the facilities we are offering, or the checkout timing, or in case they need any assistance regarding the transportation, we may ask during their arrival stage as well. Might be they are going to the some business work, or might be they are going to sightseeing the local run. Hence, we can cover up this as well during the check-in stage. The very last, we generally ask for the guest assistance or guidance, we can say, wherein the guest needs to be guided the exact room location, and if possible we can escort them to the guest rooms, where also to take care of their luggage. We need to ensure that the guest luggages are also being taken care of. So the generally bell desk team, what they do is, whenever the guest is coming to the hotel, their luggages are being secured at the bell desk. Bell desk team are issuing the luggage tag to the guests. Okay, and this luggage tag is identifying which luggage the guest is carrying. We can generally collect the luggage tag at the front desk, securing it and delivering the guest luggage to the guest. Okay, so now let's begin with the actual role play, how the check-in should look like in a real manner. Let my colleague Molish and student Nitish will showcase how the actual role play will be concluded. Please, over to you.
Namaste, sir. May I assist you, please?
Yeah, I would like to check in.
Sure, sir. Certainly, may I request your full name to check your bookings?
My name is Nitish Sharma.
Sure, sir. Just a second. Thank you for confirming your name. Thank you for confirming your name, Mr. Sharma. I have certainly found your booking, which is for one night, and you are booked for a standard non-smoking and king-size bedroom, including breakfast.
Yes, indeed.
Mr. Sharma, I would like to confirm a few more details. Have you stayed with us before, or is it your first stay with us?
It's my first day.
Okay, sure. Thank you for confirming that, Mr. Sharma. May I please request your government photo ID and your business card as well as your credit card?
Yes, sure.
Sure.
Here you go. And I'm not carrying my business ID card.
Sure. In this case, I would require your address, contact number, and your email ID, and as well as your signature, sir. And here is your room rate as mentioned. I request you to go through it once again.
Okay.
Sure.
Here you go.
Okay, sir. And sir, here you go. Here is your documents.
Thank you.
And sir, here is your room number is mentioned here. And my name is Maulish, and I will be reachable at 130 extensions, and your room is located at 78.
Thank you.
Welcome. Mr. Sharma, Mr. Sharma, we assure you that we will provide a memorable experience for you, and may know the purpose of your visit so that I can make some helpful recommendations for you.
Yeah, I'm here for leisure only, or nothing else.
Sure. Sir, would you like me to arrange some tickets or transports?
No, if I required, I will let you know.
Sure, sir. Lastly, I would like to confirm that you are an UEI Global member. Would you like to join our loyalty program?
I will let you know later. Okay.
Sure, sir. Okay. And thank you, Mr. Sharma. Wishing you a comfortable stay with us. And may I get your luggage ticket so that I can escort you up to your room number?
Yeah, it's fine.
Sure, sir. May I escort you up to your room?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Sir, here is your restaurant. The timing would be 7 to 11, and your in-room dining menu would be available at your respective room. And I would like to talk about our facilities which we provide to our guests. Like we have swimming pool, gymnasium, and health fitness center, etc. And if you want, you can avail of any facilities. Sir.
Thank you for telling me that.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. So I hope you found it really well. But according to me, I think it's a zero error. Might be he wasn't going ahead with the upsell, but yes, that's something we need to figure out depending on the guest to guest. Okay, we can't say it in a single go, but yes, we need to observe their clientele, their purpose of visit, then only we attend to upsell. Okay, so now I think this was the traditional way of checking, isn't it? Having the other way, wherein the guest interaction might take place or might not. Let's see from Jyoti that what actually I think additional way of checking should take place or not.
Yes. But there are some modern check-in options like self-check-in kiosk and mobile check-in with digital gates.
No, Paul. What you think so that mobile check-in or digital check-in, which is a modern way of checking, or the self-check-in kiosk, have the some interaction with the staff?
I don't think so. I mean, yeah, it could be or it could be not. There are some pros and some cons here, which is I will explain and I will explain it. Yeah. So first I will explain the pros, which is it can improve the efficiency and it can reduce the waiting time. It can provide the guests their experiences because they choose their stay as per their requirements, and it is flexible also that the guest can flexible their stay, like how much they want to stay or whether they want to stay or not. And if I talk about some their cons, so their cons are one-to-one interaction. It will hard to do the one-to-one interaction because online booking might be easy for us, but it is diminishing that one-to-one interaction between people and the person. The second is it is device division because some people, those who don't like to use phone, if they book from the
You are talking about non-tech friendly people, right?
yeah, non-tech friendly people. If they don't like to do from booking from the phone, and if they do that, so somehow they just ended up with the frustration. And yeah, that's it. So I think it has both pros and cons both.
Yes. So yes, the modern check-in facility is also been available in the market. However, the check-in, like traditional way of checking, is more interactable, wherein the guest is getting one-to-one approach. Okay, and everything is going in a place. We can say that hospitality is also been remain. Cause if I talk about the self check-in kiosk or the mobile check-in, what the guests will generally do is they generally do the check-in only. At last, they need to do the check-in. But however, their interaction with the staff, the hospitality the staff providing is not being fulfilled. Okay. So in this case, the generally hospitality is definitely major role play in the check-in experience. Or might be the guest is older, or might be the guest is quite younger, who is not a tech friendly. Okay. Generally, we need to ensure they should also be taken care of. They should also be checked in inside the hotel if they are having the reservation. So in this case, The conclusion would be, if there wouldn't be any traditional way of check-in, they might go ahead and end up with the frustration. Right? Nupur said it right, that there might be the pros, there might be the cons. Yes, on the other part, if I talk about the accuracy, yes, accuracy, and if I talk about record keeping, maybe the digital or this modern step of checking, modern type of checking are definitely a good option. Because record keeping, it should keep a record digitalized in a summarized way, and it should keep it better as compared to the paperwork which are happening in the traditional way of checking. So some pros and cons were always there for the modern facilities. In seat, even we can say that's also been there in the traditional way of checking as well. Like we can't keep a huge record. We generally trash the record after an year or 2 year, depending the hotel to hotel policies. Okay, so now let's begin with some do's or don'ts we need to do or we don't need to do at the time of check-in. So generally what we do at the time of check-in are some steps we generally need to follow during the check-in. Okay, we should do that. First of all, first and foremost, we should look professional. We don't hunky wunky, we don't hang around, we don't stand using the reception counter, okay, keeping hand on the reception counter. We should look professional, we should groomed neatly, tidy, okay. And the second step, if I talk about, we should acknowledge the guest presence. Might be you are occupied in many more work, means you are like having any kind of the information received from the front office manager or any other department head that you need to do these many works, but you are quite occupied and guest is standing in front of you. You should always acknowledge their presence. You should not say, you should not do the act like you haven't seen the guest. Even there is a rule which is a 15 by 5 rule, wherein like at 15-meter distance, 15 feet distance basically, we need to acknowledge the guest presence. We need to nod, and if he is or she is just 5 feet away from us, we need to greet them or welcome them with namaste, good morning, good noon, according to the time duration or the hotel way of greeting. Okay, then after acknowledging the presence of them, we also need to ensure that we are giving them undivided attention. Might be we are going to, like for example, if I will talk about undivided attention in the case, like if the guest is in front of us, we are having the conversation with the guest, and someone from the faculty, from the staff or from the colleagues of our workplace might catch us like moving our complete motivation from a place. Okay, what we are observing, we were focusing on one place, then we are having the good one-to-one interaction with the guest, but somehow something having occurred between the guest presence and the staff is being like hampering around, then we might not need to do the undivided attention. We might not look around to the colleague, but we need to take care of the guest first, and then we will look out what the guest colleague is saying. Okay, in case there is something urgent, yes, we can say excuse me guest, like to the guest, excuse me sir, excuse me ma'am, Mr. Sharma, whatsoever the name is, and then we can conclude with the staff first and then back to the guest. But yes, the attention should be undivided. Okay, and we ensuring that they are also feeling welcomed. In case they are not welcomed enough, they are not greeted well, they are not calm with the nature, might be they are hampered, they might be a short tempered, or they are coming from some busy work and the longer work and they are frustrated, then also we need to make them comfortable first. We need to welcome them in an appropriate manner. Don't be making any judgment or wrong decision toward the hotel. They might be feeling comfortable and satisfied that they are traveling to us. They are coming to the brand and they are traveling to us, and they are welcomed as well. They are feeling comfortable now. Okay, the next step, what we can do is like some in do's of check-in, we can even respect their privacy and security. According to the Hardeep did, we even saw a role play where the like my colleague, my student Hardeep have informed the room number of the guest. He announced it. Might be some other strangers are standing in front. Might be the other guests who are intoxicated have listened the room number, and then they are making some rumors towards the floor. They might do this. But in this case, we always keep the guest privacy and security followed. We can't announce the room number. We can't let the single lady residing near to the elevator or far from the elevator. There are some policies followed by the hotel. We ensuring that every policy has been met. Okay. We need to listen the guest actively, meaning like there is a common term hearing and listening. where the communication takes place. Hearing is all about you just heard the guest what they are saying, but you are still not focusing what they are talking about. But in case of listening, yes, we are providing the full attention towards the guest. What they have informed us, we might need to empathize or do some further activities accordingly. We need to keep good smile on the body posture. Body posture should be also followed, as well as we need to keep smiling. A genuine smile. It should not be fake smiling. You can't just smile hee type of, and you should always make a good, great smile on your face. Okay, whether you are happy or not with your work. Okay, and addressing the guests, I think yes, Hardeep haven't did this. Only sir, ma'am is not sufficient. I think yes, we can address the guest by sir or ma'am, but yes, no uncle aunt. Okay, no kids, no beta beti. Okay, no any relationship, but yes, sir and ma'am. If we are not aware of their last name or the first name, if we are aware of, then yes, we can always announce the guest by their last name first. Okay, like Mr. Sharma, Miss Sharma, Miss Singh, Mr. Singh, Mr. Kapoor, accordingly. Mr. Chopra might be here. But on the other hand, if we are not aware their last name as well, we can call them with first name and sir, first name and ma'am. Okay, so this way, how we should address the guest. Now, if I talk about some don'ts, these are some do's already. Means we have already discussed about some do's. Okay, there are many more things we need to follow. Yes, but there are so many things that we don't. We are not going to follow some steps, like we should not ignore the guest. Ignoring means yes, we are diverting our attention. Yes, we should not do this. We should do the complete like focus towards the guest. We need to maintain it. We should not get distracted. The similar way, if I'll talk about that undivided attention, we should not do. Okay, we should always keep our attraction towards the guest words. Okay, we should not get distracted in any clause. We should not be able to show a lack of pride in our work. In case you are not satisfied with your job, if you are not happy with your job, but still keep a genuine smile, keep your conversation short and crisp is okay. But yes, if in case you are not happy with your work, don't show it to the guest. You are still happy to assist him or assist her. You should always maintain that good posture. You should always maintain a good pride, showcasing the good pride that yes, you are keeping a pride in the work. You should not lagging behind. What next is, what according to me is, you don't need to interrupt the guest. If they are saying something, if I talk about the listen actively point, okay, we can always listen them first, and then only if there would be anything to say, anything to speak about, then only without interruption of the guest words, we should even not give orders. We should always don't interrupt the guest. We should first of all let them finish first, and then we will speak. This is the general the hospitality word represents. Okay, we don't need to be panic during the check-in. We don't need to be like even check-in or during the entire guest handling process. We shouldn't be panic at any point. We should always make some we should always keep our judgments with us. We can't make it. Anyhow, we can't make judgments. Okay? We should never be panic. We can't make judgment or something important. The very much important thing might be the guest is coming to you and he or she says that yes, you can meet me outside. You can exchange the phone numbers. These things are generally happen inside the hotel. Okay? We generally don't make the personal connection at all. We are bounded to do this. Okay, we are making our professionalism remain video. Okay, in case of personal connection you are making, this may harm your job as well. Okay, you are ensuring that your job are your priority because you are always working for your career. Okay, your career building, your money, whatever the reason you are working for. But in case you are making the personal connection, it may harm to your job. Okay. So this is all about the check-in experience, and check-in role play have been also happened. I hope you found it well. So is there any question so far? Please feel free to ask me out.
There is a question by Miss Garima Kheda. What if the room is not ready yet at the time of check-in?
Okay, so if I talk about the room which is not being ready at the time of check-in, we are still having the option that we can, first of all, first and foremost, let the check-in times take place, like what the check-in time is. If the guest is coming early in the morning, or might be at the time of check-in, then sometimes the room must not be ready. In this case, we generally connect with the housekeeping. We took the time how long it will gonna take, or might be a same category, a different room number is available. Then we do the room allocation accordingly. We might need to change the room number at the given time with the same category. In case we are not available, we can let the guest wait for longer. And yes, on that part also we can empathize that yes, your room is not ready. In the part of service recovery, like yes, the patient guest is keeping for a longer time. Okay, in the part of this, we can even do the basic hospitality, which is serving water first. We can serve tea or coffee appropriately. We can make them feel comfortable for a longer time. We can let them use the other facilities of the hotel. We can let them send to the restaurants or the other areas so that they can be calm. And then room allocation should be done appropriately and check them in according to the room ready status. Yes. Anything else?
Sir, I want to ask a question.
Yes, please.
In the previous live session, one of the person in the audience has asked about what is logbook. So the speaker told that it would be answered in the next live session.
Okay. So if I'll brief about a logbook, what do you understand by logbook? I'll just let you know about this. Basically, it's a journal, or we can say a crucial communication tool. We can say yes, a communicational book we are keeping at the front office or at any area, wherein we get a book. What we are recording it in, like what we are writing inside, is something we are writing all the events or concerns happened during the shift. Whatever has been occurred during the shift, we are writing it down in the logbook, and it will be for the smoother operations and then smoother handovers too. We generally have one of the book. Everyone have to keep some notes in it. Okay, so notes. If I talk about, we are keeping notes of events, any information, any decision should be taken, anything which the guest looking for, like a wake up call and the next morning, we should keep it in a handover. Hence, we are keeping it inside a logbook entry, and then for the smoother operation, we might not skip anything. We are keeping everything written in a logbook.
Okay. Miss Garima is asking, is there a possibility to give early check-in if requested at the time of reservation?
Yes, we can give the early check-in, that is subject to availability always, and generally there are some hotel processes as well, that policies and procedures, that the standard time of check-in should be somewhere like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. accordingly to the hotel to hotel. It may vary, but however, if I talk about a fixed time shouldn't be there, but every hotel have their own time. Somewhere after 12, if the guest is arriving, after the checkout time basically, if the some hotel has 11 p.m. checkout, 11 a.m. checkout time and 12 p.m. checkout time, 12 noon checkout time, post the checkout time, if the guest is coming to the hotel, they might get a free of cost check-in if the room is available. That depend on totally on subject to availability. If the room is available, we may provide it. Okay, but yes, on the other circumstance, might be we are charging the early check-in. If the guest is coming traveling to the hotel quite early, means somewhere 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and we aren't ready with the room, or we might be ready with the room because we are not having the last night good occupancy. But still, in this case, something should be charged because the room is being utilized since morning. So, depending on hotel to hotel, there are policies, there are SOPs built, standard operating procedures built, wherein we are charging the guest about their rooms. Okay, then might be we are charging 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. a good 25% of charge of the room. We are charging at 6 a.m. the 50% of the room charges. If guest is traveling before 6 a.m., then we are charging the entire night charges, the last night charges. Accordingly, that vary from the guest to guest and time to time.
Okay, thank you, sir, for answering. The next question is by Miss Abel.
Okay.
What do you mean by subject to availability?
Okay, so if I talk about the subject to availability, what do you understand by the availability first? It is always your available options. Like if you are available with the, we are talking about the rooms. If in case, for example, we are talking about the rooms. Rooms are always like might be available. Available means ready to sell, might not be ready to sell. Okay, in this case, that if the room is ready to sell available with us, then we can occupy that room. Means, first of all, first and foremost, might we can not. If the room is still available and we are still not tend to give it to the guest, might sometimes happen. Okay, means sometimes we need to charge it and the guest is not looking after for paying it. In this case, we can speak that subject to availability. If the room is available on time to you, means might be other guest is coming up next and he already or she already reserves a room and they already informed us that they are looking for the early check-in too. We have already occupied the room to the already reserved a room to them. Then another room is not been available. Okay, so it depends on the subject to availability that the room for them should be available in a appropriate manner. Okay, and particular room, particular booking they have done for is being taken care of.
Okay, thank you, sir, for answering. And just to add, audience are quite impressive and applauding you for all the information you are providing. Uh, I request audience to ask relevant question, please. Yes, Ms. Jyoti is asking how technology is changing the check-in process.
Okay, so yes, already the Nupur and Jyoti had a good conversation that yes, there are some technologies inbuilt. Like we have the modern check-in options. Modern check-in includes the self-check-in kiosk. Yes, self-check-in kiosk. What is it? Some where even you have been to the McD or the Domino's or any kind of a quick service restaurant, you may have seen the menu options on the display. They can opt for themselves by going to the to that computer area whatsoever the screen is. The guests directly walk through and order by themselves. These terminals, these screens are the kiosk. Similarly, we have it in the hotel. We have at the registration counter, we have the computers or the screens placed what the self check-in, where the self check-in should be conducted. The guest is coming by themselves for checking in. Okay, and there is another option called mobile check-in. Mobile check-in is something that his guests have the option for check-in themselves to the hotel to the given preference, the preferred room whatsoever they have. Okay, they can check themselves in the according room. Okay, so they have been gone through with the tech-friendly mobile devices. They can check themselves in, use the digital key facility. These are some modern options. Okay, but the traditional way will remain still be there. Okay, the hotels have that traditional way followed, that whosoever is not a tech-friendly person can come register with them and get the appropriate room. Okay, so there are both the scenarios, modern check-in options as well as non-modern, which is traditional way. But if I talk about some cons, means disadvantages of modern check-in. So yes, the people might not be a tech friendly. Yes, there are so many. Your grandparents might not be tech friendly, and they might be visiting. Your parents might be visiting for the business trip or for the leisure, and they are not aware of how the mobile check-in should be done, how they use these screens, terminals. In this case, what they will do is they will always ask to connect with a good person who will take their check-in. Okay, so yes, the tech friendly first thing, they might not be the tech friendly. Okay, there might be also a possibility called that they need to go through with many more circumstances. They need to upload all the necessary document on the website and they are not satisfied with that. Okay, they might not go ahead with doing this, so they need to follow the complete check-in process. They feel far better instead of going online with modern facilities. Okay.
So next question is by Mr. Hardeep.
Mhm.
How to how do travel agent vouchers work in hotels?
Okay, so if I talk about the vouchers plays a crucial role in hotel industry, where the vouchers are basically might be a charge voucher, might be a travel agent voucher. Okay, so if I talk about the travel agents, basically shown the voucher to the hotel for their bookings. Okay, they are carrying the bookings confirmation in the travel voucher form. Okay, travel agency voucher form. They are showing the voucher to the hotel that yes, they have already made a booking through the travel agent. They have already paid a good amount to the travel agent. But yes, what travel agent is paying to us, we can't disclose this at any point of time. Travel agent might reduce their commission part and then they are making a good prepaid reservation to us. Okay, and then what Hardeep is being charged or might be the guest is being charged is something the different amount, we can't mix merge the travel agent voucher to the guest bill. We can't show the guest room charges, but yes, on the other hand, we can keep the travel agent voucher as a supporting document, okay, where it is being represented, the room is being paid, including what meals are there, how many rooms have been booked, and what category of rooms are there, how many adults will be there, what the date of check-in. These information are being there on the travel agent voucher. We can add that for the supporting document. Alright.
Sir, one of the last question I would request
Yes.
from the audience, and the second last question goes like this: what is scanty baggage?
Okay, a good session, like good to learn about. Okay, we will go ahead with scanty baggage session later. Okay, but yes, that's something very interesting term. That is something if the guest is not carrying the luggage with them accordingly to the stay days. Like if the guest is not is, for example, you can say that guest is traveling for 4 days or 3 days or 2 days. Okay, might be for one night as well. But the luggage or bags they are carrying might be the laptop bag only, and for 4 nights stay, that doesn't meet the complete stay duration of the guest. It's termed as empty baggage. Might be he is carrying one single luggage or she is carrying one single luggage, and at the appropriate time when the checkout takes place, he might or she might not come to the front desk and settle the bill. The tendency of skipper might be impacted. Skipper means who is not going to settle their bill and rush out from the hotel without settling it. Okay, but scanty baggage is a term basically is that the baggage which is already been like guest carrying is not meeting up the complete stay duration of the guest. Okay, they might be carrying only one single luggage or might be without luggage. Without luggage is also being termed as scanty baggage. Okay, or very less luggage according to the stay preference is also being a scanty baggage guest.
Thank you so much, sir. I would request audience to ask last question. Anyone? Yes, we have the last question for the day for this session. What do you do if all rooms are full and the guest with confirmation arrives?
Okay, a good question and interesting one. Okay, in case we have already been full and the hotel is already holding a confirmed reservation, first of all we shouldn't take this. Okay, but yes, in case we are already going to a good occupancy and might be we are having many more day use and who are looking for complete night stay later, might be the rooms are not been available. Okay, and the booking was already been confirmed and we have a good occupancy of 100 plus, like 105 102% occupancy we are sitting on, and even a single guest is coming with a confirmed reservation that's been already been a prepaid reservation. If it is not confirmed, it is not guaranteed with any payment, we can simply inform the guest is that due to the non-guaranteed booking we have already cancelled this. Okay, means there is a certain time that we can cancel the reservation. Okay, but at a certain time, yes, if we are available we can keep that booking, but once the guarantee is being there, the payment is being there in the confirmed reservation, okay, then guaranteed booking can't be cancelled. Guaranteed booking will always be assisted, and in case we are full already, we are full in any circumstances, we are already overbooked at the moment with the confirmed bookings, then we can direct them to the appropriate nearby surrounding hotels like 4 to 4 star, 5 to 5 star, 3 to 3 star, not lacking behind the services, not lacking behind the facilities, but yes, we can refer them to the another hotel, and the billings are also being taken care of by the hotel. The reason being they already have been made the confirmed guaranteed booking with us with the respective payment. Hence, we are sending them to the another hotel. We are taking them up. We might need to take care of their transportation as well. We are redirecting them to the nearby options. Options we are always giving. Then the guest choice will take place, which hotel they are opting for, and we might give some good suggestions to them, and we might tend the booking rush out from the hotel. This is also called as walked out guest. Okay. Anything else? No?
I hope sir has already solved a lot of questions, and I thank you, sir, for spreading the information, valuable information to the audience, and I thanks all the people here and the students who took part in the role play, and it was very informative session.
Many thanks once again to everyone for your support, for your guidance, and for your better learning. I hope I made you clear with some of your questions, some of your better understanding. But in case you wanted to reach out to me still in any kind of suggestions or questions, suggestions may always be welcomed for me. Okay, you may suggest me how should I make it conducted far better, anything what I skipped out, anything I should include during my complete workshop. You should be always available to connect with me. Okay, please share your opinion, please share your suggestion, and please reach out to me for any further assistance. Okay, I'll be definitely available at UEI Global Zohini. Okay, I am taking care of the rooms division here wherein I take care of front office as well as the housekeeping subjects. Okay, will be readily available for any further assistance. And thank you guys once again to take your time to get joined with me. Thank you.